All right, so I've honestly been holding back like doing this YouTube video, but throughout the process, so many ideas have been coming to my head of like what to talk about, like what to share, what to not share. Most of it is just what to share. And God has just been putting it on my heart to like make this YouTube. I think I just keep waiting for like the perfect timing. Like so many things are happening all at once. Like I want it to be cohesive. I want it to be like I'm just a perfectionist and I need to stop. So with this time, just like I'm really speaking, I'm speaking to myself, to my future self, but in doing so, I'm hoping that it's like really able to help somebody now in the present. I'm speaking to the future me, I'm speaking to the future you, I'm speaking to all of it. I think as I was just reminded of the journey of just even this hike getting up here. I'm not gonna tell y'all how many feet I didn't have to climb in order to get to this point, but I can tell you so many times it crossed my mind of like, Lord, I am by myself. Like if I fall and I scream, no one's gonna hear me. And I just had to get out of myself like, stop. No, you're fine. God got you. You're gonna be fine. Like trust the journey, trust the process. Because let me tell you, this that I'm seeing now, I could not see that at the bottom. And it's just a reminder of like when you're in it, you're not going to understand what is preparing you for on the other side. You literally have to continue to trust the journey and trust the process. Like trust that all the hard work, all work works. So even if you can't see it now, it's so many times I got to like a false hike and it was like, nope, there's still much more to go. But I was sweating super hard. I'm like, my hair didn't sweat it out, all type of stuff. But it's like I would have never seen at the bottom what God wanted me to see at the top. So it's just like trusting him through the entire journey, and it's just so like relatable, and it just correlates to life in the sense of like all the journeys I've been through. Like I, on the other side, I could have never saw or could have imagined or could have even predicted what God was going to do. Like, yeah, I was like, I'm going to go for this, but God always give me something better. And it's like, don't limit God and what he can do. So have a plan, commit to the journey. That's the thing, commit to it, because it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be a matter of like, okay, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to feel good, and I'm going to just run straight up the hill till I see this. No, it was no rails, it was no stairs, it was no like some of the trail got like just grassy, and it's like, no, we have to continue to trust the process. And it's just a reminder to trust the process. Like what you want on the other end, like God is preparing you for it. Because like at the end of the day, I still got to get down. So it's like getting like, because I was able to build the strength, build the endurance, like, and know how to get up the mountain. When I got to get down, I can always come back up at any time. So it's like, don't skip or don't even want to like run through the process. Don't want to skip the process. Don't want to fast forward the process. Like go through it. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough, but it's so much beauty on the other side. So I just think of like my life. And so many times I've been in so many processes. I'm still in a process. Like I still know that God has so much more for me at the other side of that. And it's just like how deep is your faith? How much do you really, really trust? Because it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to get up at 6. Look, before I got out the Uber, a guy was like, "Are you sure this is where I'm dropping you off? Because like no other Ubers are out here. Like I can take you back to like the inland," and I'm just looking because it's just like this little stairwell, and then it's just this long mountain where you couldn't see none but trees. And I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know if this is the place. And we stood there for like a good 5 minutes because I'm like, I'm not sure about this. And it's like I'm gonna be by myself. Like he's gonna go, and I'm gonna have to find my way back. Like, but it's like, no, that's just how like the best journeys are when you are trusting God. When you're like eliminating every kind of thing you can lean on or grab towards. It's like, no, you gotta get in it. You gotta throw yourself in it and be in it and make it through. Because this is beautiful. Like y'all can't even see the back of what I'm looking at, and I'm gonna flip the camera and show you, but this is beautiful. This is how like the essence of what I'm looking at right now far surpasses what I had to get through in order to get to this point, honestly. And that's just a reminder of like your current circumstances do not determine your future, your end state, your end point, your end goal. And it's just a good reminder. That's why I love nature, because in nature you find so many you find so many like life lessons, and it's just plain and clear today to see. So yeah, but back to the YouTube, and this is why I also I'm going to do a YouTube, and it's going to be more structured and it's going to be more cohesive, because I get out on tangents. But like when I think about all the guy has done in my life, it's hard to just stay on like one thing. It's like, oh, because I remember when he did that, or oh, I remember when I was going through that. And it's like, oh, and it's like just have a YouTube, make it to where it's like you have your points and your topics, so you can kind of stay on flow. But also through my experiences and through my journeys, I'm hoping to be able to help speak life into somebody else, because let me tell you, I started from the bottom of the hill. Like, so it's crazy to even think that I've been invited down to Hawaii to speak as a co-chair of a conference. That's still even crazy to just come to grasp with. I think closing on that 4 unit, it's just like, that mug is beautiful. The location, everything is just like, what? You know, it's like all these things that are happening is like, yo, this what that journey, this is what the period of like not knowing what the future may hold, or not knowing what the next step is going to be, or not knowing, but just trusting and having faith and continue to walk in faith. Like, that's literally what this is. That's all it is. There's no secret formula. There's no like, oh, you gotta divide the X by 2 and then carry the, no, none of that. It don't like it don't make sense. But like, that's how you know it's safe. So it's like, I mean, there's no like get rich quick or no like secret. It's like literally trusting the process. Like, now granted, you still gotta have some systems in place, and you have to have a plan, of course, but in that plan, leave room for God, because he gonna do what he want to do, and he gonna do something that's bigger than you. That's how you know it's him. So this is bigger than me. My tax business, bigger than me. The families we're gonna help, bigger than me. Like, the generational curses that are gonna be broken, bigger than me. So it's like, I need him, because he got control of all this, including the old lake. So I'm just excited. I'm just thankful. I'm just at a loss for words, honestly. That's like, yeah, I got a lot of words, but it's like none of them can fully grasp the depth of like gratitude I feel, and the amount of like no words can fully, I feel like, it's not even that I can articulate. I don't even know if the words exist of like how just beautiful this is. Like, beautiful isn't even a strong enough word to. Man, yeah, I think I am exactly where God meant for me to be in this space, in this season, in this time, because he doing the work that's way bigger than me. Like, all the stuff that I've accomplished, all that stuff is cool, but what he about to do next, dude. This time last year, I would have never imagined being here. Right here. I would never imagine the stuff that I went through, or like, I would have never imagined any of it. But it's like, every trial has a purpose. So learn to really embrace the suck. Like, and that sounds like cliche, but at the end of the day, it's like, the suck is preparing you for success. Was that a bar or what? The suck is preparing you for success. It's like, yeah, right now it may suck, but it's just building that endurance, because to get to where you're going, you're gonna need some more bandwidth. So God is just preparing you for the place that he gonna take you ultimately. And so it's like, man, I'm definitely gonna get, I feel like right now I'm just being super, super general because it's just like a high key, like a high level reflection of like the past year or the past seasons, past 5 years, what have you. If I had to like sum it up into one word, it's just faith. A lot changed when my view of God changed, when my view of Jesus changed, when my acceptance of who he was and acceptance of like who created me, my creator, and what that means for me and what that means to me. After that changed, everything changed. Wow. I actually got to show y'all this because why is the light coming off the water like this? So this is what I continuously look at when, like, you can't even. Like, that is beautiful. So yeah, that's my view. That's my view. So ultimately, trust the process. Ultimately, I'll be talking more in depth because I feel like, again, this is a high level general overview of like this YouTube, as well as just like, I didn't even get into my story. But moving forward, following upcoming videos, we're going to be talking. We're going to be talking because I got a lot to share. So, peace.